Alright, so yesterday, I just want to get into this and say, unfortunately, as much as God is real, so is the enemy. And, guys, I mean, yeah, I'm just in a very difficult spot right now. Not even because of trading. I figure out something trading, right? Yesterday, I actually stayed a little bit longer the night in the night, and I actually figured out something very important. But I'll get into that in a second. But I'm actually not really in a good place spiritually when it comes to Christ. So let's get with this. I really don't feel like, talking too much about it. I don't feel like I deserve to talk about Christ, but I'm just going to stay committed to with what I usually do. Okay? So I've not even read my Bible yesterday, guys. Haven't read my Bible in 2-3 days. So I need to do that. I don't know if I will do that. Let's look for a good one. So we could talk about Ecclesiastes 1:11. This is a good one. This is something crazy. No one remembers the former generations, and even those yet to come will not be remembered by those who follow them. I wrote down, this is your life, live it, everything is meaningless. You have to risk to reward. Okay? RR, right? So, well, we could actually talk about 18 too. I think this one's really good too. For with much wisdom comes much sorrow. The more knowledge, the more grief. Reality is difficult. Nobody's here to save you or bring you to where you want to be. Guys, for example, Ecclesiastes 118. The more I figure out in trading, I realize I have to grasp so much more information that could affect what I already had going. Right? Hold on, I'm getting a call from someone. It's from Max. I'm not going to pick that up because I'm just going to get distracted and so thrown off. So, I mean, yeah, the more you know, the more it really just messes with you. So just keep it simple if you can, but prominent, and make sure it works. And 11, if anybody ever judges you, then why are you going to start this? Why are you going to do this and that? Don't care about what people have to say. No one's going to remember you in the future. No one remembers who your ancestors were, okay? So live it like if it was your only opportunity, which it is. So take action. Yeah, that was looking out reading. I'm not going to lie. I'll go and ask you guys to close your eyes. Thank you, Lord Father, as we thank you, as we enter a new day in our life, Lord Father. Forgive me and forgive us for our sins, Lord Father, as we continue to prevail, Lord Father, as we continue to fail you, Father. I speak truly from the bottom of my heart. I am a sinner. I am a prime example of sin, for it lives with me, but I also know that God, aka you, Lord Father, you, the one who said I am, lives inside of me and is far greater and far bigger and taller than anything else in this world, Lord Father, spiritually, physically, mentally. Lord Father, forgive me for my sins. I come short so many times and I ask for much more from you. Forgive us. Father, Lord, we're sorry, Jesus. And we come short so many times. Sometimes we really just need a moment of silence with you to accept the fact that you truly still are with us, which is incredible to think after the amount of times we messed up, after the amount of times I've messed up. Forgive me, Father, and forgive those who seek repentance. I seek repentance. I seek a change. I'm sick and tired of committing the same sin and then just sinning again and repenting and then sinning again and then repenting. I wish to be reborn. So may new flesh come with us, Lord Father, starting from now on. In Jesus' name, amen. I'm not even going to pray that this backtesting session isn't full of information. I just, man, It's just not fair, in my opinion, how much we take from God and how much we give back, especially when He only wants us to do one thing, which is obey His law, right? That's the bare minimum. Obviously, spread the gospel is one of those things too, but the bare minimum is follow the rules. I can't follow rules. I know I'm not going to be able to completely follow the rules, obviously. I'm human, but still, I want to be like Christ. And obviously, the more I pray, I'm really just focusing on, being more close to God, building a stronger relationship than I sin in general, because I sin a lot. I'm human, right? But I don't want to use that as an excuse. Jesus was human, yet He didn't sin. I know it's impossible to be like Jesus, but man, I really strive to be like Him one day. Alright, guys, let's get straight into this. What did I figure out? Well, last night, already know, it was a black screen. I don't know why. Pressed and record, but there's my proof that I did stay to it. So, anyways, what did I figure out? I was kind of using AI, right? And I figured out and I found out something logical with my trading style, right? So hypothetically, price is in let's say we get a change of character trade. I think this is a change of character trade. I'm not too sure. Let's check it out. This indeed is a change of character trade. I can't tell, honestly. Oh yeah, so let's talk about this. We already know that price closed on the 5-minute right here, okay? And price displaces, which is kind of giving me, okay, we're seeing slight displacement, some rejection wicks. There's something above here that's causing this resistance, which is also aligning with this 1-minute order block, basically inside of this high time frame. What is this, a rejection block? Which is inside of a high time frame rejection block, right? So we know there's displacement coming in here. And the thing is, we were able to figure out, okay, when we see price tap into a high time frame PD array with our 5-minute execution, with 1-minute confirmation of displacement or just accumulation or just obviously a rejection block, whatever it is, right? 1-minute confirmation. And we see price tap into that high time frame PD array, we see what we want to see. We need to actually look for the 1-minute PD array inside of this high time frame PD array that's causing that displacement. Now, I don't know, for example, if let's say we closed with this 1-minute candle, if we would still put the 50% to the encroachment of this here. I don't think I would, but I would probably look for something like a displacement like this. Okay, to be honest, this one isn't that A+, so I'm going to go ahead and continue and go on, but you get me. High time frame PD array, we take a trade into that, we see a setup, we see 1-minute confirmation for reversal or continuation. No, sorry, this would be a reversal. And then from there, obviously, we look for the 1-minute PD array inside of this high time frame PD array that caused that rejection or caused that displacement, or just where I believe that price is accumulating, disrespecting that current order flow. We look for that 1-minute PD array. We put the 50% encroachment to we put the we put the limit order to the 50% encroachment, and we short off that. Okay, we short off that. Or long off that, whatever your trade is. I'm probably just going to skip to this. Yeah, I think I already wrote it down. Can't tell. I think I really hope I did. I don't really want to get into this. Yeah, it looks like I didn't. So I will have to write this down. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I don't want to consider this a winning streak because honestly, I kind of had to lie to myself just to keep my psychology in check, which isn't truthful, but sometimes you really just have to do what you have to do just to be able to continue. There's times where I go on a losing streak, I lose my mind. I start doom scrolling or something. We did not take 700 trades. I start doom scrolling because I just want to find a way to cope with what I'm feeling. So other times I was also I pretend I actually took a W, but I examine everything. It's I know the answer and I study the answer, right? This was a reversal. Compared to not knowing the answer and feeling lost. I kind of am taking an approach if it was a math test, I know the answers, but I know I failed the exam compared to, okay, I took the exam and I failed, right? You got to really examine the answers for everything. We're not going to get too far into this trade. Let's see if this is tradable. It is. All right, let's look into another trade. So another thing also is macro. This is important. Macro institution and a liquidity sweep. This alone is going to be enough confirmation for me to take a reversal, okay? Because the price sweeps liquidity and we're in a macro, okay? Price is likely going to want to be, reversing if we get our double PA patterns. So let's go ahead and just chart everything out. Am I going to trade tomorrow? I don't think so. I don't even know what. This is no news Thursday, if I'm correct. I know, no news Wednesday. I don't think I'm going to trade tomorrow. I'm at like a point where I feel like possibly starting next week, I'm going to feel somewhat confident again to trade again. I'm not a slave to these charts. I don't have to trade when I don't feel like it. Obviously, I get a lot of missing out on potential wins. Today, there was a really solid trade. Probably get into it later after this. There was 1 minute confirmation. All these other things, very solid trade in my opinion. Where are we? Are we at all-time highs? We're not all-time highs. We are at very, very weird years. Okay, nothing up here. God, I hate Doki don't like price action like this. But, okay. We have this for value up on the 1 hour. I think I'll just leave it at this. I'm hungry. I have a protein shake next to me I'm about to consume. I don't think we've actually tapped into this order block. Let's check it out. I don't know why as soon as I start recording it gets so laggy. Our order for value gap. Ew. Why is it like that? Order block. Price is actually already tapped into it. Okay, so we know we have this. Which now that I mark it, I don't even know what it is. Is that the daily order block? Yeah. Daily time frame. Okay. If I go to sleep at 2 and I feel confident, I'll trade tomorrow. If I don't, just simple, I'm not going to trade. Anyways, is this an order block up here that, yes, price is already tapped into it? There's likely going to be some type of PD raise formed here. We have this order block down here, not too far away from where price currently is. Right? Why did it go red? I don't know. 4 hour order block. Let's see here. 1 hour is a little bit more complicated. That is not a rejection block at those highs. This looks like price closed very unevenly. And, I mean, that's pretty much the price action we're dealing with right now. Which already does not look favorable, but yeah, this is some shit price action. We're going to trade it regardless because we're that gangster. That's not a rejection block made at those lows. Order block laying, but it's already been tapped into. This makes a rejection block, and I'm not really interested in looking into that. PDA's already been touched. Okay. Rejection block's been tapped up here. Pretty much going to be it. Rejection block's already been tapped into. Just going to be marking out session liquidity. Session liquidity. Session liquidity here. Session liquidity there. And I'm going to mark out 30 minute in a second. Previous day high. London high. And, I won't mark it out unless I see the trade action happen. Because I'm not going to waste too much time here. Alright, cool. Already not looking favorable, but let's check it out. Price decides to what? Have that change of character. You would take a short off this. Liquidity sweep, you're not inside of a macro. High time frame support, yes. I mean, confirmation, kind of. Well, in this scenario, right, I guess you could say you have this, this 5 minutes already been tapped into. But let's look at something here. Let's look at the PD ray that is causing this rejection on the 1 minute. Which might just be this 1 minute order block up here. which yes is considered a 1 minute order block because we did close on that low. Now is price tapped into the 50% yet? Saving this as a potential trade? Yes. This isn't a good one, but this is just an example. Pretend there's high time frame rejection here. Yeah, pretty much pretend there's high time frame rejection here. Price grabs the limit order, and there's a rejection block from there. I'm pretty sure this is very unvolatile, so I doubt there's going to be anything crazy here. I mean, this is like a very slow market, I could tell. Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay, wait, hold on. Yeah, you would have ended up hitting take profit. Check it out. 14 ticks too. There's just no high time frame PD rate for me to be like, okay, cool. I'm looking for that. That's a change of character trade. Price forms this right here. And we closed on the 15 minute with a order block. Okay. We obviously had a liquidity sweep. Move this up here. Pretty much no PD rays that are untouched over here. We have another liquidity sweep. Right. Not interested. Not interested. Okay, let's go back for a quick second. Oopsie. Did not mean to do that. Let's go back. Let's mark out the 4 hour. What happened in the 4 hour? Cool, we have PD rays being formed. We have this order block. Looks like price rejected off of rejection block. 4 hour order block. Then we look into the 1 hour. There is a closer leveled order block here. Much more closer. We just had a liquidity sweep, you know that. We're just in the 15 minute. So we can actually just wait for the price to tap into this. 30 minute. Same thing. Don't need to mark out anything. And 15 minute. Just that fair value gap formed at that 1 hour order block. Okay. I was happy. I thought we were going to... Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Well, there's nothing here for me to be interested in. Nothing here. Nothing there. Is there a fair value gap in there? Okay, so this is a potential trade, believe it or not. Now, it'd be nice to know if this is just simply a 5 minute order block that's untouched. So, not too excited. There's no high time frame PD rate, but I would take this as a long. Let's check out the 1 minute. Looks like there's displacement. Find the PD rate that caused the displacement. Something like this. PD rate is rejecting off this right here, then 50%. Resting here. There's no high time frame support, but if there was, we would take this as a long. 14 ticks. Let's just see what price does here. Not interested in this. Price does not grab your limit order yet. Price is rejecting off the 50% encroachment of this PD rate that was previously respected. Cool. Now you're prompted with a probable better long here. There's just no, unless there's like a fair value gap at these. Probably should have checked. Probably should have checked those fair value gaps. Shit, there was. 15 minute. Hopefully there's nothing up here on the 15 minute. Oh my god, I think there is. Yikes. That would validate this other one. Because I know we closed. Okay, there is. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Okay, well, let's go back for a quick second then. Okay. Okay, this does validate this trade then. Oh my god. This actually does end up validating this trade, meaning we would put a 50% to this encroachment. Because this is inside a structure and we see this 15 minutes being invalidated. Meaning we would take this trade. We are probable to take this trade. Just price doesn't tap into it just yet. Right, we know price doesn't tap into your limit order just there. Price decides to tap into the 5 minute. Right? And then you're prompted with this other potential trade. Which is this. Right. This is the order block that price is respecting. Regardless, this is it. So we just closed on the 15 minutes, on the 30 minutes as well. Nothing too interesting. Okay, price is pushing heavy down here. You actually see price have a change of character. See if you get tapped into. There's no way we're not tapped into just yet. That's crazy. Looks like price taps into the rejection block. There's some type of displacement coming into this trade. So price already retraced. Let's just see what price does, I guess. Okay, nothing tradable here. We're just waiting for price to hypothetically tap into our trade. Okay, we get completely invalidated. One thing I want to note out, we did displace into this PD array, kind of invalidating this trade. Right, we closed very strongly. I'm just surprised that price didn't actually push the 50% encroachment. Yeah, price completely invalidated it. And we see 5-minute structure has changed. That's very important to note out. Took this as a loss. This is off of 15-minute. And the 1-minute was respected several times. So can't really be too shabby about this. I mean, this displacement is strong into this order block. Eventually it's going to be disrespected, right? This one's on me. Should have probably canceled the trade after this displacement. That's complete disrespect on the PD array. That being said, it's really on me. Let's see what price does. Yeah, price eventually validates it. Okay. Cool. What do we see form over here? Alright, there's this trade here, right? Okay, this one would be a good one. We see price is displacing. We have a 1-minute order block. What are we displacing from? There's this order block down here. And you would just set a limit order to the 50% right here, which price is already tapped into, which is not good. Not good at all. Yeah, this is... Okay, so I wouldn't really know what to do in this hypothetical stance. Did we break short? Yeah, we did. So let's just see what price reacts to this. Displaces continuation or reversal? No. Price stops you out. Cool. I mean, you're already too late for this one, so not cool at all. Okay, let's just take this as an error. We took this from 15-minute IPG. Supports 1-minute order block found 50% limit order there. Price displaced into PD array into potential. At 22 minutes, don't talk to me. I'm just kidding. Okay, we took it out here. I'll take it. Not a favorable market. Not a favorable market in my opinion, so we should probably just skip this day. Whatever. 350. Negative 350. Overall loss. Total trades 1, 0. Symbols. Yes. Playbook. Reversal. We need to definitely have that rule price displaced into that PD array, invalidating it. That's simple logic. Any PD array that's disbalanced, it's disrespect. Will not be trusted in no longer. Maybe with rejection works several times, but if we even are able to see that confirmation, then that just kind of like, you know what I mean? Oh my god. Bro. Let's just move on. If we end up profitable this week right here, January 30, we will trade tomorrow, okay? I'm saying it. If we do end up being profitable, we'll trade tomorrow, which would take me a total of, like, hopefully not too long. We gotta zoom these, because this usually takes like 30 minutes each market. But if we zoom these, probably like 15, 20. Let's track it on the daily. Nothing's here. Order blocks are being tapped through. Nothing there. Okay. Nothing here either. Just the 4 hours for value up here. Mark it out. 4-hour FEG. Then we pretty much have buy side. Nothing until what seems like is going to be this 4 hour for value up. 4 hour for value up. Alright, that's pretty much all the P rays you have here. You're probably going to have some IVGs in here. The 4 hours is good. Well, I'm surprised there's no P rays here. On the 1 hour, we have this 1 hour for value gap. Looks like price is interested into it. Order block's already been tapped into. Rejection block is currently being formed from that. Nothing here on the 1 hour. Likely will be something on the 30-minute. You just have these 1 hour draws on liquidity, I guess. Session high, current session low, London low, and London high. Okay, 30-minute order block above here. We'll wait for us to draw into that. We just formed this right here. Very important I drop this down. 30-minute order block, sorry. 30-minute order block. And IFG, rejection block. Okay, but there's this rejection block. Just simply the most retail thing I've ever seen. It's so noticeable. Very cool. Just have that 30-minute order block up there. 15-minute rejection block from here. 15-minute order block. Okay. It's not a rejection block at all. It might be actually. No way. No, it's not. Liquidity. Yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. Let's see what price does for the first 5 minutes. For the next 2 minutes. Break of structure. Is that 1 hour? Is that 1 hour? Or is that 1 hour? It is that 1 hour. I'm going to have to draw those other draws on liquidity. Okay. Price decides to continue upwards. By the way, we have these 1 hour draws on liquidity. This is another 1 hour, and then we have that 4 hour up there. Okay. We're at that 1 hour. Price displaces and bounces off the 50% encroachment of this invalidated on the lower time frames. 15-minute is over. Order block formed here. 15-minute order block. Okay. And very close to tradable, but not tradable. And if I did trade this, well, I don't even think I'd be able to find the exact PD ray. It would be from this 15-minute, which might be a 30-minute. It would be from this 30-minute. We would have to find the exact PD ray up here that caused this rejection. But I would not take this as a trade. That's simple. Might be the 30-minute in general. Okay, so we know it's coming from this 30-minute imbalance. You would literally have to find the exact PD ray here. Oops. Which might be an order block, believe it or not. It's very choppy candles. It's either this order block or this fair value up. One of these two. It looks like you would put it at the order block. Let's see what price does. Yeah, it would be at this order block. Okay, let's see what price does from this, but I'm not really going to mark it out. Not really interested. Price rejects again. Okay, complete displacement. Looks like we tapped straight back into that. I don't know, actually. Okay, we're about to close on the 4 hour. We could just go ahead and actually delete everything. Delete this, because it's already been validated. Look for the next 4 hour PD ray. From buy side, it's going to be this giant. Oh no, we already tapped into it. Okay, well, it's going to be this rejection block up here. 4 hour rejection block. No, it's draw liquidity up here. Well, not draw liquidity, but you know what I mean. 1 hour PD rays. Let's see. I might just delete everything. Well, actually, no. These are IFGs now. There's no point in deleting these. Cool. We have this IFG. IFG. We could not delete that. Giant 1 hour order block. Alright. 30-minute, anything closer on the 30-minute? Order block right there. We can go ahead and take this off. Alright, cool. 30-minute, anything on the 30-minute up here. We have this break of structure that occurred here. We have not tapped into this 15-minute right here. Nor that. Okay, we have something prominent. Something very prominent up here. Oh, wait, what the fuck? Oh, it's actually coming from, wait, where's it coming from? What the fuck? Well, yeah, we know it's coming from that fair value gap specifically, okay. Or that order block, sorry. So price has already tapped into this, so I'm not really interested in this at all in general, actually. I just know it's rejection from this specifically. Next area would be this 30-minute rejection block. And then after that, it would probably be some choppy PA up there, but there is a 15-minute order block that was not tapped into. Very important, man, very important. And then that's pretty much it. There's a tiny, we'll see if we push past these P rays. Okay, yeah, if you entered off that, completely invalidated, regardless of what it, that's completely invalidated. Looks like price uses it as support now, actually. And this might be tradable. Okay, we're at a macro. Okay, talk to me, uncle. Now, all I want to see is liquidity swept. There you go. Liquidity was just swept. Okay, we're inside of a macro. This is tradable. This is a reversal. This is something I'm interested in. There's no point for me to reverse this. That's what you think. But we're going to trust our logic that we have learned. So, right here. I know it seems very skeptical. Let's go short. We have a 30-minute sweep. We're in a very, very... What the hell? Let's just see what price does here. And if we lose, then it is what it is. But see what price does off market. Candle open. That's definitely stop loss. That is definitely stop loss, yeah. Looks like price ends up using these PD rays as support. Completely stopping me out. Yeah, I knew it. These areas are support now. Okay. Price ends up using these areas of support. I should have kept that in mind. Institution and banks are not able to break through this because we actually invalidated it. AK. Well, I mean, it's just logical. I really don't need to explain it. That being said, if you set a limit order here, I mean, you probably could have just longed that, right? You would have hit 8, break even. Yeah, you would have gone break even, I guess. Obviously, break even is way better than stop loss. Okay, yeah, honestly, yeah. Wait, did we... Just curious. No, that wouldn't do any difference. So the idea was, okay, price swept, we're in a macro. Institution banks want to probably do that liquidity drive, which does end up happening. Looks like it would have gone stopped out. Well, what was price more interested in? Let's see if price just completely ends up pushing down. Okay, which it does. So that liquidity drive was there. We just unfortunately got stopped out by quite literally a tick, which is funny. Very funny. Nothing really else. I mean, this one isn't that of a bad trade then, if we just got stopped out by a tick. Yeah, it's not necessarily a bad trade. This is just a simple loss then. Okay. I'll take it. It's not a bad one. Right here, we have a double macro standpoint. 30-minute high swept. Liquidity swept. Was it a session high? Was it an hour high? What was it? It was a random 30-minute high. That's all I know. It was this high, I believe. One of these highs, actually. No, it was this high right here. It looks like, wait, did we reverse at this high then? Oh, that's the question. Price did end up reversing at that high. Very interesting. Okay. So price swept that liquidity and then reverse rather than this liquidity. This is 7 p.m. This is 5. Oh, wait, was Asia high up here? Oh my god. No, was it? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Was it? No way. Hold on. No, because it's supposed to be up here. That's tripping out, am I? Well, that's the thing. You don't really consider that Asia high. I consider this up here Asia high. Okay, well, that's just unfortunate. The price did end up displacing more. Just gonna stop down by a few ticks. That's it. Not a bad trade. Let's continue. It's 2 losses in a row. It would be a miracle if we end up break even. Which I doubt. Wait, was this Monday? Oh, okay. It's the first. It's not bad. It's the first week. It's the first day of the week. Plus no. I mean, that's honestly just a bad trade in psychology because we knew these areas of rejection were, So to me, it kind of looks like, okay, I kind of understand it now. So price bounced off this and then reached for the next 30-minute high, and that's where liquidity was driven. Price rejected? Yes, so it would have been way more safer for price to actually, for us to wait for price to reject off this liquidity sweep because we know liquidity is valid here. I guess that makes a lot more sense. I can't even lie. Just another lesson to learn. I don't know if that makes any sense. So we knew price was in a macro. We know that 30-minute high was swept, but we invalidated these high time frame areas of PD rays that were formed as rejections. We knew that price ended up invalidating those that could offer us some type of support now that we invalidated and we're above them. Now price used that as support and then actually pushed to the next form of liquidity, which is right where the 30-minute high. And that's where banks and institutions decide to perform that liquidity grab in. Obviously, I'm not going to be correct about banks and institutions doing that liquidity grab right now, but you get my point, right? Tradable. Let's just go to the next day and ignore everything that happened. We're going to be backtesting until the end of this Friday and calling it there. And if we do not end up profitable, then okay. And if I do end up having a win on a random Wednesday on this 2022 price action, that would make me feel better to trade tomorrow because tomorrow is Wednesday. Well, today. Yikes. All right, cool. So, daily time frame. Validated this period. We're tapping into it. I'm not really going to work on anything here. Order block has not been tapped into right away. I can tell you that. Order block has not been tapped into. Looks like it did, but it hasn't not. 4-hour order block here. So the reason why I'm kind of excited about this specific tool, it's not a change of the strategy because it's the same strategy we're using, but this specific idea of the 1-minute PD ray that causes rejection in the high time frame PD ray is because it's a little bit more reliable. And by reliable, I mean like it's more prominent rather than entering off candle close. Limit orders in general are, but they're a little bit more, FOMO, fear of losing. That's a very thick protein shake. Yikes. All right, we have this 4-hour. All right, we have a break of structure to the upside. We have an order block down here. Price action looks very fractal here. 1-hour order block. Oh, I got accepted into Costco, guys, and I'm really just hoping it does not mess with my trading schedule for nothing. We have this 1 hour for value gap. We also have this IFG. There's a lot of PD rays here. That's pretty much what I'm trying to tell you. 1 hour IFG. Clearly a draw on liquidity down here. Very important draw on liquidity. It looks like we're rejecting off this order block. And it's pretty much going to be it on the 1 hour. There's really no other high time frame areas of rejection on the 1 hour. Draws on liquidity. This right here. This right here. So this is going to be a very prominent area to look out for since that's the touchdown for rally gap. And then London low. And then we have probably what seems like it's going to be previous day high, which is probably going to be up here. Yep. Okay. 30-minute. Looks like every single PD ray has already been tapped into on the buy side area. Yep. We formed that for value up on market open. For value up. I doubt we're going to have anything on the sell side that's going to be crazy. Yeah, we're just invalidating that PD ray. Usually means price is definitely interested in this fresh liquidity. Order block's already been tapped into. Let's start up here. Do have this for value up on the 15-minute. Everything's already been mitigated below this, I think. So 15-minute for value gap. And obviously there's an order block there, but I'm going to focus on this for value gap. Price comes up, rejects off the IFEG. Solid rejection. Price pushes down. Break of structure on the 15-minute ends up happening like literally all the way down here. All these order blocks are already been tapped into. And that's pretty much it. See what price does off market open. Change of character. Immediate rejection. 15-minute closes. Nothing crazy. Break of structure. Not interested in taking this as a reversal. Not even a high time frame sweep or anything like that. Okay. Price ends up sweeping that. Okay. Looks like this is close to a change of character. Not yet. I skipped the 4 hour. Let's go back. Yeah, that's why I don't like going too fast, because I end up skipping something. I mean, honestly, really nothing happened in those first, 30 minutes of price action. We just had a sweep of liquidity, which is nice. 30-minute rejection block was formed. And we ended up forming that 1 hour fair value gap. Our IFG is formed here now. Okay. That's pretty much going to be it. That's a sweep of liquidity. Okay. And then there's that rejection block formed here. We'll just mark it out. Alright, cool. Let's see what price does. That's where price rejects. Completely rejects. Alright, this isn't tradable because we're in an uptrend. And we see displacement back to the upside without that break of structure. And we have a tradable, not inside of a macro. Not inside of a macro. Meaning, considering this is not inside of a macro, I consider this as a continuation of what? These PD rays that we're currently invalidating. Okay? Probably off what? Maybe this 1 hour order block here. Right? I'm not going to take this trade because I'm unsure, but the idea is price is not inside of a macro. You might see price rejected 50% encroachment. No, price completely rejects. I mean, all we have really is a liquidity sweep supporting this rejection. That's all you really have, a liquidity sweep of session high. I doubt there's any high time frame PD rays around this area. I'm sure there isn't any high time frame PD rays. So really that liquidity sweep did offer us that type of rejection. If not, it means that we're pushing back into this 50% encroachment of this rejection. Yeah, so that's actually what exactly ended up happening. Price pushed the 50% encroachment of the 30-minute rejection block. Decided to bounce off that. Interesting. Serves as a point of interest. So this is not a mistrade. This is just a execution that we didn't take because we were unsure. Price decides to bounce to the 30-minute rejection block and reject off that. Very interesting. Okay. All right. Serves as continuation. Price bounces off this 15-minute rejection block being validated. Not interested in this. Not interested in that or that. Obviously, we're closing on the 15-minute. Just wait for the next tradable price action pattern and no trades. Yikes. No trades. No trade. So yeah, I mean, that's the thing. How do you know price is going to push the 50% encroachment, right? We don't know what price is going to do. We don't know. Ooh. Yeah, we're good, bro. Let's see if we can finish with 2 wins. If we finish with 2 wins, I will trade tomorrow, dude. I'm barely new to this. That's why I don't feel comfortable trading with this other confidence we have. I'm barely new to this. Why don't you just continue with what you already have? No, bro. I don't feel confident. I'm not going to blow up my payout account just because I want to make money or I want to make it fast. I need to take my time with this. Really time for a rejection block up here. There's liquidity here as well. We can just mark that out right away. Price is definitely pushing aggressively into that. Daily time frame PD rays. Likely just going to be this order block here at these lows. The time frame order block. 4 hour. Looks like price is attempting to close. Meaning my nearest period on the 4 hours is going to be this right here. 4 hour for value gap. Up here, I doubt there's anything. I really doubt it. But you never know. Like I said, you really never know. I think we might have tapped into this. Okay, price just tapped into it. Just make sure price did even tap into this in the first place. I think it did. Pretty sure it did. Yeah, that looks like a clear touch of liquidity. Unless, I know that definitely touched into that. Yeah, so this is mitigated. Yes, this it seems crazy that I'm not going to mark this out, but believe it or not, this is mitigated to me. Price may not react the same that it did. There's this order block though, so not a big deal. Okay, delete this period then. Drag this out to the right. Oh shit. I don't know what that was. I just heard a sound come from the front of my house and it kind of spooked me out. Anyways, that we have the 4 hour for value gap, no 4 hour PD raise. We have a 1 hour order block on the buy side stuff. Order block. Okay, we obviously have a rejection block at that low. Looks like we definitely did make some PD raise here on the 30 minute. 30 minute for value gap. 30 minute for value gap. 15 minute. You'll probably see more PD raise. Rejection block was formed. And that's pretty much it. Now on the 30 minute up here, I hate to do this, but I probably have to check it out. Maybe there's something that's going to make me lose a execution. We don't want that. Like I said, no, wait, that's inside, so we're fine. Okay, yeah, we're good. So yeah, we're good. Let me just make sure one last time on the 15 minute. You never know. You really never know. You really never know. Be like around this price range. This might be a 15. No, I know price already tapped into this then. Right? Yeah, price definitely already tapped into that. There is this IFG. We're gonna check it out right now. You never know. Who's gonna know? Who's gonna know? Ooh, check it out. The importance of checking your high time frames. 15 minute IFG sitting up right here as support or resistance. Let's check it out. What do we got going on in the 5 minute? Price is currently in a uptrend. We know that. Price ends up rejecting off these PD rays. Change of character just happened, and price is placing heavier on the 15 minute. We have a order block formed. We can take away these PD rays now. We have an IFG, order block, all these other PD rays. Order flow is shifting. Order flow is shifting. Okay. Price forms that rejection block. Displaces at the encroachment of this. Price continues lower. You just closed on the 4 hour. Very important. Okay. 1 hour. Still the same. Just a fair value gap was formed. Move this from here to here then. Call this a 1 hour fair value gap. 30 minute. I've not tapped into this 1 hour just yet, but we did invalidate this on the 30 minutes. 30 minute. Sorry, we did not invalidate. Yeah, we did. Sorry. 30 minute IFG resting above these current price. Okay. 15 minute. We know we broke structure here, meaning this is just a order block then. I mean, not an order block, a rejection block. Rejection block. Okay. So I'm not really curious about. Oh, well, this is a 15 minute that's already been tapped into. Broke structure with that, and then we're rejecting off that. Okay, cool. Let's continue. Price looks like it taps into this PD ray, mitigates, pushes back into these PD rays, mitigates. Price pushes back into those PD rays. Looks like we're holding higher. I mean, I don't even know what these PD rays are. 1 hour order block at 15. Okay. Alright, talk to me, Uncle. Let's see what price does here. 15-minute has just closed. Looks like it's a rejection block instead of a rejection block. Make me swim, make me high, make me lose. Okay, change of character. Nice, something interesting. So price just had that change of character. All we really are looking for is a bearish or a bullish. No, price does not give any of that. Looks like price decides to actually push back to the encroachment. Isn't that interesting, right? Alright, let's continue. Price is now uptrending. We just closed on the 15-minute again. Nothing crazy. 30-minute has been closed. Just a rejection block. Take away this and that. Move it with this. Rejection block. 30-minute rejection block. Okay. We know price is using these. Which one did price use? I'm gonna keep an eye. Well, I'm gonna just keep an eye on both. Why not? All right, and you have something that's tradable, believe it or not. Yes, you do have something that's tradable. Time from rejection, liquidity sweep, all these other things are outside of the macro. Meaning, guess what? I'm gonna look for the exact PD array on the 1 minute that's causing this, which is happening right around here. Oh my god, this is going to take forever. Yikes, this is actually going to take such a long time to find. I'm not a big fan of that. That is not good. I'm not a big fan at all. You know what I mean? How much time do you really have from here to there? Not a lot. But there's clear displacement happening, so you don't really have a choice here. I'm going to have to mark out several PD arrays here. Yikes, where are we? We're probably at the midpoint of these. Yikes. Okay, I know where we're at. Exactly. That's actually crazy. Yikes. Yikes, bro. Yeah, it's cooks. So cooks. So cooks. Come on, Uncle. I know you want it. I know you want to show me. This better work out. This better pay off, dude. This is hilarious. How fast I have to go. Come on. Bro, where are these order blocks formed at, bro? Come on, Uncle. No way this is coming from last year, dude. Am I really pushing towards last year right now? Are you serious? I think I was trading 23. I was trading 2023 price traction, wasn't I? Oh my god. Oh my god. Come on, 1 minute. Okay, we're gonna let it load for a bit. I know we're almost there. Yeah. Yeah, bro. This is hilarious. How to take this? Okay. Come on. We're almost there. I'm starting to see bars. Come on, Uncle. Come on, Uncle. Alright, we're here. Where are we? No, we're not. We're so close. Come on, we're so close. We're so close, Uncle. No, what is this dip? What is this dip, bro? Alright. Before the dip, there's a lot of buying power. Before the dip, there's a lot of buying. Yo, I'm not doing this. This isn't even tradable, bro. Oh my god, we're here. Okay. Fuck, I'm gonna make sure I mark out every single PD array. So we're right here specifically. Oh my god, that took way too long. That's embarrassing. For there to be jack shit, are you serious? There's pretty much jack shit here. Are you fucking serious right now? There's pretty much jack shit going on in here. All you have here in the 1 minute is this 1 minute for value. Yeah. I know Damo might have rejected off this, which would be nice. But we know price is currently inside. Where? Currently here. Okay, we're gonna go off these two. Now let's try to do this. Now we're gonna have to fucking... Yikes. Yeah, yikes, bro. We're gonna have to genuinely try our best to get every single PD right here. There's another one in here. I think it's these two. I really am hoping it's these two, dude. I really, really am hoping it's one of these two. Fuck. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it might be this one. Yeah, bro, that's cooks. That's actually cooks. That's actually crazy. Alright, then, you're telling me... I don't even think this one's right. What are we even trading here, dude? What are we exactly trading? Okay, so price top is the 15-minute IFG. Alright. Breaker structure trade. Displacement happening here. Rage maybe did not rage maybe. Okay, where's that PD rate we marked out? Make me swing. Make me harder. Make me lose mine. Make me drunk. Oh my god. Rage maybe price action. Where's that? It's at the 50. Oh my fucking god, I did this for nothing. Okay, that means I really don't want to even take this trade anymore then. What the fuck? Because we're displacing into whatever it is. Yeah. We're displacing into whatever the heck it is. All that for nothing. I guess, bro. I guess. Whatever. Yeah, bro. You're joshing me on that one. That one's just ridiculous. That one's just ridiculous, bro. Waste of time, in my opinion. Honestly. Just a waste of time on that one. I can't even find what it was anymore. What a waste of time, bro. Honestly, what a waste of time. Alright, we have a avoidable trade. I don't even want to have any... Gosh, I don't even want to have any trade up here. It's not even tradable, no trade either. Yeah, there's no way we're going to end up break even. Yeah, dude, we're not... Unless we have a win tomorrow, I guess. No trades. Keep pausing on accident. Yep, skip to the next day. I mean, that price action was just unfavorable. Ooh, I'm getting a call from my G. Guys, I'm just going to continue tomorrow. I mean, not trading, dude. Another day of not trading, man. I don't know what's going to happen from here on out, but I'm just going to stick to it, regardless of how I feel. Eventually, we'll hop back onto the markets. But right now, we just really need to refine and build while we wait into that. So, we've got a lot of prayer work to do, so I hope you guys stay blessed and God bless you guys.